What's happening, family? This is Terrence Massey coming again live. The topic of today's show is ending the parasites, putting an end to people like Tommy Sotomayor, Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Boyce, Watkins, and Dr. Umar Johnson. Right? We don't need any more parasites. Period. No more parasites. Let's get them out of here. What we want to do, family, is come up with creative solutions how we want to get rid of these people. The best solution, in my view, stop listening to them, stop watching them, and make them totally irrelevant. Period. Well, there's people out there who are saying, wait a second, we need their information. We need them. Right? Well, let's start here with Dr. Boyce Watkins. Let's just start here. Dr. Boyce Watkins has a doctorate degree in finance, which means that he knows he should have a certain level of skill and a certain level of knowledge to operate in this world. And what Dr. Boyce Watkins, what he would have you to believe is that he doesn't know how to navigate the white world and to create money, in which he does. This is what he'll have you to believe. He's totally ignorant, right? But let me tell you how he preys on you. They use terminology to outline a specific demographic, and then they put it directly in the titles of the words of the marketing campaign that they're using. The Black Business School. There's no such thing as a black business school. There's just a business school. YourBlackWorld.com. There is no black world. It's just a world. He's using the terminology black to outline and to identify you as a specific demographic so you can give him money so that he can further himself in white society. He is not attempting to give anything back to you. Well, you would say, well, you know what? He's selling things to people. See, he's not going after white society. He's not going to go get the dollars from them and then bring the money back to you. No, he's taking the money from you and putting it back into white society. So he's going to go get himself a house. He's going to go get himself a car. He's going to send his kids to private school. He's going to send his kids out in the white world with your money. He is preying on you. Period. It's the bottom line. And what is he giving you? Information. What information? Information that you can pull offline. Information that you can get from a cheaper financial literacy course. Information you can get from college if you decide to go to college. Just take some regular business courses and you'll be able to learn economics. You'll be able to learn any business course in school. Period. Accounting, everything you need to know. Finance, just like he did. But instead, What he's doing is pimping you. He is a parasite. There's his buddy, Tariq Nasheed. Now, it's amazing because these two, they go put their glasses on, right? This is all marketing. It's all a front. They know exactly how to market to you. In this interview with Dr. Boyce Watkins, he stated he made close to $1 million off of a book that he made called The Art of Macking. How to pimp women, how to do bad things to women. See, there's a code here in America, and it basically says the worst of the worst people tend to make the most money. So if you do bad things to people, for example, tobacco, big tobacco, they've been known to kill millions of people by causing cancer. But they're going to continue to make money. That's basically how it works. Okay? If you do harm to someone, you're going to make some money. Those people who make a conscious effort not to harm you, those are, and try to earn some money, those are the ones who are typically not as rich. They're not as wealthy. So what people tend to do is that if you go into some sort of profession, that's how you're going to make a lot of money. That's how you're going to make money, is if you go into a profession and then people pay for this, for your skills and for your abilities. Now, allow me to explain something to you about Boyce Watkins. He was a professor at a university. Professors at most universities start out at 6 figures. He must have seen something in the marketing plan in order to allow him to say, listen, let me switch up here a little bit and let me go after black people because I can get more money than 6 figures a year. Family, I'm not going to be preaching all night. But what I will do is I'm going to hit on the next talking point. Here's Tariq Nasheed. No, that's on a t-shirt. That t-shirt says Freeway. That's the gentleman who he's repping or he's marketing with that t-shirt on. It's Freeway Ricky Ross, a drug dealer. A drug dealer. Most notably, I believe, working with the Mexicans to bring drugs and crack cocaine into California. Selling drugs off the side of the freeway. Getting everybody high, getting everybody rich, everybody wealthy. He was a real big drug kingpin. This is Tariq Nasheed. He brought you hidden colors so that he can market information. He can sell information. These people are not trying to get, they're not trying to make you rich. They're not trying to put an end to white supremacy. Here's what they're doing. They are making, excuse me, family. They are making themselves comfortable inside the system of white supremacy racism. They're just making their beds a little bit more comfortable than yours by taking your hard-earned money. The best thing for you to do is to keep your money in your pocket and to stop listening to them. Let's put an end to these parasites. Because they're reverting back to old behavior. They will tell you about, hey, don't buy hair weaves, give me your money. Hey, don't go buy whatever else you're gonna, don't buy your Jordans, give me your money. And you're still doing the same thing. These people are parasites. Family, we are going to move into the planning stage, because this here, what we have to do first is we have to put things in proper perspective, so that way we'll start doing the correct thing. Keep your money and close your ears. Just because they make you laugh, just because they seem likable, just because world just seems great when you're talking to these people, that doesn't necessarily mean that they have your best interest at heart, because they don't. Any pastor or preacher, all of these people are taking your money and not giving you anything in return. These people are not paying your mortgages. They're not paying your rent. They're not even giving you the tools that you really need to survive. They're not giving you agriculture. These people have not even given you a facility, not one. Not one facility have these men built, said, this is a place for black people. To you and said, hey, listen, new deal here. Hey, let's put some money in solar and let's get you a return. They're not trying to save you a dime. They're trying to take the dimes from you. The Umar Johnson, only thing he could discuss, and this kind of baffles me about Umar Johnson. He's supposed to be the prince of Pan-Africanism. Not many people know what a Pan-African is. So that way so that you can understand what a Pan-African is, let's do some looking up here for a second. So we're just going to Wikipedia it real quick, right? And so, just real quick, Pan-Africanism is a worldwide intellectual movement that aims to encourage and strengthen the bonds of solidarity between all people of African descent, based upon a common faith going back to the Atlantic slave trade. The movement extends beyond continental Africans, with a substantial support based among the African diaspora in the Caribbean, Latin America, and the United States. So what he's doing is he's tying in Pan-Africanism with the conscious community, so that he can make money off of black people, because prior to this, he was a school principal. He could have worked inside the paradigms of being a school principal and helping the black boys inside of the school system. But instead he said, no, let me go prey on black people. And then he says, well, that's not working so much, so let me raise some money for a school, because this is what black boys need, knowing that he wouldn't have enough money for the school. You know it. These people are not stupid. They're preying on the fact that you would be stupid. They're preying on that fact. They're preying on it. Mr. Tommy Sotomayor. Mr. Tommy Sotomayor. Now, Mr. Sotomayor, he has been under fire lately. Oh, he's been under fire. Because people out there want to do great harm to him because of the fact that he's attacking African American females. So here's what he's doing. He's trying to switch up his show because of the fact of him and what he's doing with African American females. But if you notice, look who he's talking about. Black people, black women, black people, more black people, calling people crackheads. You know, this is what he do. This is the goal of the white supremacists, is to keep you occupied with people like this so that you won't focus on what you really should be focusing on. And that's who's causing you the real problems. So what we do, family? Drop them. Let's drop them like a bad habit. You know what they used to say? Let's drop them like a bad habit. Let's drop these people like a cold. Now, if you say, well, they have black businesses and let's support their black business. Let's support them. There's no such thing as a black business. There's no such thing. Every business has to register with the government, which makes all business belong to the government. A government can come out and they can shut your business down just like that. So let's get that out of our head. There's no such thing as a white business. It's only business. That's the only thing that exists, is business. There's no such thing as a black church. It's just a church. That's all it is. Church. These people do not have a plan for you and have a plan for your life. They don't. And the reason why they don't have a plan is because all plans lead back to the people who are responsible for putting you in the situation that you're currently in right now. And unfortunately, is white people. That's who's doing it to you. Can't get a raise at work? There's not a black person who has that power, paid more money at work. They don't. You can't get the job that you've been looking for. You can't get into the field or the area that you've been trying to get in. It's a white person pulling the strings. And in all of these years, the reason why you haven't had the opportunities that you have is because these men, these predators, these parasites, they have been holding you back. One of the biggest parasites of the 2000s is Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry has occupied more black people's time than any other person on the planet. For black people. He really has. I believe Tyler Perry tried to buy American Airlines or something. They told him no. See, these guys out here, they're not going out and they're not pulling themselves together, and they're not saying, well, let's get the money from the brothers and sisters out of the community. Let's sell them something. Let's uplift them, and then let's drive after white men. They are not doing that. They don't care. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you something that may sound like a shock. You may feel it, and I'm definitely feeling it, but you may feel it as well. We're all still in captivity. We're on this thing, big slave ship called a planet, Earth. These people here, They are just using their money to buy themselves a little bit better room with a pillow and a view. That's it. You may say, Terrence, you got that crab in a barrel mentality. You got the crab in a barrel mentality, right? The reason why you're asking the wrong question. You're making a statement, but you should be asking a question. Whose barrel is it? And why are we in the barrel? All right. My first time at this, so all right. Umar is a clown and you're 20, you know that. Come on, bro. It don't take 18 years old to build a school, especially for startup money. Here's what you have to understand, DJ. Umar is a principal. He knows that the operating cost is more than $500,000 a year for the school. Period. Okay? Before you set out to do any venture, you have a business plan. Right? And when you have a business plan, then you set out and you have a time frame and how you're going to raise the money, and you have a time frame for completion. What happens is that every black people love Umar. Black people love him. I love him. He gives you really good information, and he seems like he wants to go out and he wants to help you. Right? He seems as if he wants to help you. Very good guy. Right? But what he did was he stole from black people. He stole their time, effort, and energy. I don't know what's going to happen with the money. In my view, I think he should just go ahead and refund everyone's back their money and say, listen, guys, this is what it's actually going to cost. And then you have to have something that you call carrying cost. So you have to be able to carry the cost of the school while it's in existence. That's the reason why private schools don't really work. Listen, Will and Jada Smith, give me just a second, you guys. Hey. Hello? Hey, yeah, I'm on live actually, so I have to call you back. Hey, I'm on live. I have to call you back. All right. Excuse me, you guys. Sorry about that. But what he knows these things. Umar knows. These are things that average people don't know, and average people who give out money, you know, who donate the money, you don't know about certain things. So as African American males, what we have to do is we have to put ourselves together to where we are all learning. He's right. We do need institutions. Okay? We need institutions that is geared toward things that we should know and people actually telling us the truth. He's right about that. That's the reason why people gave money. But he also preyed on the fact of what things that you didn't know. So instead of him saying, I'm just going to build a school for boys, no, he said, I'm going to build a black school for boys. And when people give their money, black people, we don't have enough money in order to give. So when people say, hey, black people have $2 trillion in spending money, right? Annually, right? So that's the money that we spend in the economy annually. It's enough as it's about the size of a small country. Okay. However, what they won't tell you is We need $47 trillion in order for each and every one of us to become millionaires. See, this is where we should be headed, but what they're doing is they're giving us crap in return. And here's what we don't want to do, Derek. I'm checking you out in your chat, and I appreciate you coming in. But here's what we don't want to do, right? We don't want to do any further harm, okay? Black males, we have been doing things to harm each other, right? So what we don't want to do is we don't want to get caught up in the name calling, but we want to call things like it is, right? They are parasites. That's a fact, okay? Personally, I don't know Dr. Umar. I'm not going to call another black male crazy. But what I can tell you is that what he's doing is parasitic, and we need to stop it. And there's a reason why we need to stop all of the parasitic activity. There's a reason why. Because once you continue to feed these men, they don't step up as men for the community actually. They don't rise up to what it is that they really need to be. Because what they have found, they simply found a door that opens for them. Period. So, if you want to get rich, sell black people something. Because black people buy anything anyway. Black people buy everything. That's what they do. Black people buy everything. To the point to where the net worth of our women is only $5. Right? So what we do is that just stop supporting them. Just stop supporting them. Period. Family, I told you I'm not going to be on here talking all night. If you guys have any questions about being doers, because this is the actual show where we do things. Okay? The first thing that we need to do is to stop being supportive, especially of black males that are parasitic. How do you know? Got a black church. Come to my black owned store. My black store. No, how about you just have a store? You don't see people when they have black people when they have rental properties, right? They don't go out and they don't say, hey, here's my black rental property. No, I got a black house. This is my, you know, when they driving for Uber or something, they don't say, I'm pulling up in my black Uber car. You know, I'm a black man. This is black Uber. No. That's how you know the pimping is coming. And they're going to come at you, and they're going to come at you hard. So let's kill it. Let's kill it. There's a reason for Black History Month. There's a reason for Black History Month. Okay? Now, the reason for Black History Month, it was created by a guy by the name of Carter G. Woodson. And not to go too much into history, but it was basically because black people didn't know the history and where they was from when Carter G. Woodson came around after the wars and after slavery. And what he was doing was He was just spreading the knowledge, and he was actually doing it for free. He would have a newspaper and a little some little printables and things like that, what we would call today, and he would spread the information for people for free. And he would actually have it, I think it was Black History Week or Black History every 2 weeks or something like that. And then before you know it, it became Black History Month. See, that's Black History Month. And it doesn't cost you anything for Black History Month. Family, I know y'all gonna come after me. If you don't like the show because this is what we are doing here, right? Right? If you don't like what we're doing here, then you're not a doer. Okay? You're not a doer. Farrakhan, I was looking up some stuff from the Nation of Islam last night. And I said, you know what? Farrakhan gotta be the man. Why? He's an older guy, right? He's an older guy. So he would actually know better. I mean, like, what is the plan for the Nation of Islam? What is the plan? You know, you would think, all right, well, the Nation of Islam, they was around, you know, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, but then they fell off, right? And then Farrakhan went on here to rebound them and got them back strong, right? Okay, so there has to be a plan for the Nation of Islam. So last night I decided, I don't know if you guys can see this, but last night I decided to do a little digging. I wanted to know, like, what is the economic plan for the Nation of Islam? I mean, really, like, what is Farrakhan? What is he gonna do? He had a Million Man March, not once, but twice. Wow, he went out there, and the only thing I can think of is like, hey, listen, black people, they just took more money and they injected it back into all of those hotels, all of those restaurants, and all of those things. When he got all of those black folks out in Washington, D.C., and he did not build one building. He could have had all them black folks bring one brick and built a building. Right out there outside the Lincoln Memorial. He could have built a small building. But they didn't build anything. So I said, well, wait a second. The Nation of Islam here, they have an economic blueprint. Wow. Clicked on it. I said, man, this is going to be good. So I clicked on it. Let's see. That's what we got. So I said, man, Farrakhan, he's going to be all right. Then look, pulls it up. There's the black family. And the first thing that he's asking the black people to do is to donate. I said, okay, well, that's not too bad. But then he said he's going to give up 35 cents a week as an investment. Now, you don't donate an investment. You donate and you donate. You invest, you invest. It's a different thing. When you donate, you can expect something. You can expect not to get anything in return. But when you invest, you should be getting a return. This is what these men are not telling you. But that's just a little play on words. I said, well, wow, what else do he have down here? So I scroll down. I'm trying to see how it works. Okay, so you donate your 5 cents, and then they'll securely process the donation, and then the donations will be safeguarded in the national treasury. Wow. Then collectively, our donations will grow to purchase and finance land and projects that benefit us all. Well, who is us all? I see the United States there, but who is us all? So he's talking about 5 cents a day is going to get about 16 million people is going to give us $291 million. I said, okay, great. Where's the plan? Scroll down here. Oh, there's a financial articles, but there's no link. So I said, okay. Well, I'm about to see some numbers, some real numbers here. Because if you notice, it's going to sell you more books and videos. Right? But I don't want to see that. I want to see the plan for black folk. So I click on a sound economic plan. Here we go. A sound economic plan. Wait, a column? A column? Our economic position remains the same. Here it is. More knowledge. Just more knowledge. This is what they're doing to us. More crap. This is the Nation of Islam. This is who we depend on, right? Hey, something's going wrong, call Farrakhan. You need a good sermon, call Farrakhan. Who's good friends with Farrakhan? Who's good friends with Farrakhan? Boyce, Watkins, an advocate of Louis Farrakhan. Wait a second. Where's the economic plan? I mean, what are we going to do for industry? Where's the black people going? See, the solution. Don't listen to them. Because they don't have your best interest at heart. They're priming you to make you docile for white folks. At the same time, keeping you broke and making you feel bad about getting yourself the creature comforts that you need to have. Farrakhan has a damn good pillow he sleeps on at night. He pays his electric bill to a white man just like you do. It's all BS. Let's end these parasites. Look, for 47, if 5 million wage earners save just $47 per year. Wait a minute. Now, I did the math. And I said, I pulled out my nice little calculator, and I said 35 cents a day times 365 days a year. 0.35 times 365. I come out to 127.75. I mean, unless my math is mistaken. 35 cents a day. Time that about 365 days a year. Huh. Yeah. What it come out to? But let's see. Let's go back and let's go do some more math, because he said, wait a second now. We could even do this for 5 cents a day. 0.05 times 365. $18.25. See, when you start talking to these people about a plan and what they're going to be doing for you, and the reason why you're listening to these people, right? The math is off because they want to sell you something. And they're selling you something because you're black. They know you're going to buy it. That's their marketing plan for them and their family. It's called being selfish. Now, if you want to do something, family, because here's what I'm going to ask that you do as a viable solution. Yep, I have that's my little Star Wars background. My son likes the Star Wars. But as a viable solution, right? Let's just Google here for a second. Let's just economic plans. All right. So let's just go with this economic plan, right? Let's go with an economic plan example so that you guys can actually Google and you can actually see what these people should be giving you. I apologize. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm going to get better at that. I promise. I'm going to be looking at the chat. I promise you I will get better. I'm working it out, family. I promise you I am working it out. But I do appreciate everybody watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You know, I really appreciate you guys viewing. So, here is something that you guys can see. This is what planning for economic development. So that you know that I am not selling you a line of extra stuff. You can just Google this. It's gonna seem boring. But if anyone is going to be giving you, solutions. If anyone is going to say, this is what we need to do. Here is a page full of examples, right? And these are economic plans. Look, for Benton County, overall economic development plan for 2007. This is something that they did in 2007. Newman Clause Strategic Plan for Economic Development, 2014. Just click on it. Just click on it. Open it up. And when you open up the economic plans that's on these pages, let me see, which one did I open up? I opened up and I read one just yesterday. The Economic Development Strategic Action Plan, right? All right. So the PDF downloads, PDF comes up. Here's an economic development plan, economic impacts, growth management, right? Different mandates that you need to have, right? And so you just go through this, a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, right? You're gonna go through these things. These are things that they should be presenting to you. A plan. Just a plan, family. That's all you need. It's just a plan. What's this one for? Just a plan. That's all. Plan comes up. There's different plans here, so that you can actually go on and view for yourself what it is you should be looking for. If these people are supposed to be giving you solutions to a problem, then and telling you what to do. Hey, give me your money and I'll take care of it. That sounds like a lawyer. And how many people have got done in by lawyers? Barack Obama, a lawyer. And what type of plan did he have for black people? Nothing. Absolutely no plan. He didn't have a positive plan for black people. But I tell you this, he had a plan for black people, and it wasn't good. No one has had an economic look. The city of Tumwater, economic development plan for 2010. Look, buildings and outlines and planning and zoning. Look at all this stuff. Here's the Economic Development Committee. Here's the mayor. All of these people that's involved. Okay? Let me show you. This is what this is 77 pages of economic planning. Planning for a robust economy. A robust economy. This is what they're planning for. Right? What do you think is going to be in the economy? Look, the planning process. They're going to give it all to you, family. They're going to give it all to you. They got a mission statement. Right? There you go. This is planning. Okay? Land-based, commercial, residential. Right? Here's the tax base, the service costs, revenues, right? And this is how the net fiscal impact. This is what a plan looks like. These people here are parasites. These jokers here, parasite. Parasites. Where is Tommy? Parasite. This guy here. Parasite. Your black leaders. Parasites. They have nothing for you. And I would hate to say that, but they don't. So what do we do, family? If you guys know about planning, if you guys know about writing business plans, right? Link up with your people, link up with each other in your local area. All right? Save your money, that way you can have some, but invest in your future. Save your money, but invest in your future. Plan for your future. Those who fail to plan to fail. Period. 2018, get rid of the parasites. How? Don't listen to them. Don't support them. Here's when you start listening to them again. Hey, here's what I think we could do in order to plan on getting money together so that we can do something for ourselves. Other than that, everything else that they are saying is parasitic. If they are not assisting you with the plan, then everything else that they say is parasitic. If you're watching this show and you're an African American, I can tell you this, other groups will pick up and they will hear what it is that I'm saying, and they will pick up what I'm telling them and they will run with it. Black folks, we need facilities. We got our own facilities. because there's no one else who's going to build them for us. There is a way that we're going to get money. I have a way in order to get money. I do. And I promise you, I have a way for us to get all the money that we need in order to do exactly what it is that we need to do. However, we have to start by getting rid of the parasites. Because once you get the money, what are you going to do? You're going to turn right back around and give the money right back to them. Enough is enough. You guys know people? Hey, have people look at this and say, hey, we need an economic plan. This is the solution to our problem. We need one of these. We do. We need one of these. Hey, look, public and private offices, neighborhood scale retail. You have white people coming back to your neighborhoods and they are putting commercial property in your neighborhood. Well, they just did this. They just wrote out a plan and then they're acting on their plan. How do you think gentrification keeps happening? How do you think that they keep you moving about the world? They keep you renting while they keep owning. They rent some, but they keep owning the majority, the lion's share of everything, and they keep you moving. It's simply because they plan. We just listen to black people say, hey, I have a good idea. Tariq Nasheed goes off and he has an excellent marketing plan for himself. Umar Johnson has a plan for himself. These people have plans for themselves. It's time to cut them off, family. I know I have. 2018. I don't listen to anything else they have to say. Jay-Z knows. Jay-Z has a whole company title where he hires white people because that's his plan. His plan is to use white ingenuity in order to make him more money. So what are we going to do as a solution to our poverty problem? Tavis Smiley, Cornel West. You may love these people. They may be on fire and seem like they absolutely love you. But then you turn around and ask them what the plan is. And the plan is, well, we're going to have more speaking engagements. Stop listening to their shit. Just stop doing it. Stop listening to them. Don't show up. I'm sorry, I'm just taking a look here at the chat. And I agree, we do have to start showing more respect to each other, but we have to be, black males are too emotional about the respect thing. We're too emotional. And the reason why we're too emotional is because we don't have enough time. We're not spending enough time being focused on our business. And the reason why we're not focused on our business is because we don't have a plan. Because when you're focused on your business and you got your head down and you're doing your work, on the naysayers either. Now, Derek, what I would like for you to do, though, my man, I would like for you to catch our Priority First series that we're running, which speaks directly to black males. Because, yeah, black males absent absent black females, we should be okay, but we're not. And the reason why we're not is because we have one particular age group, the 70s babies, the guys that was particularly born in the 70s, they have been plagued with stunting, flossing, right? That's what they love to do. And when they can't, you know, they cry like babies. They do. When they can't get what they want, they cry like babies, right? They like all the flashiness. They like the cars and the clothes and all of this other stuff. That's what they like, right? They like the money and they like the women. What they don't like to do is that they don't like to produce. They don't like to go after white men in order to get what it is they need. And I mean, not begging the white man, because the 1970s babies, predominantly, they beg white men for what they need. And then they come home and they slap around the women, they try to pimp out the women, and they don't do right by the children. No how, no way. It's predominantly those guys, and those guys was born in the 60s. But it's all a trick. The trick is, let me give you, from the white man, let me give you what you need, so you don't have to work as hard to get it, so that way you will stay immature. So this is where these brothers, where the brothers are. They're immature. They'll go out and they'll go buy a car, $35,000 on a car, right? And they don't produce one product on that car. They'll go out and they'll go buy gym shoes, $250, and they don't even make the shoestrings. They have no plans. But then they'll tell a female, hey, look, baby, I got a plan for you. You know, I plan to take you to the moon. I plan on making you a celebrity overnight. Baby, I plan on being with you forever, tonight. This is the trap that we're falling in. And it's all because we have given way to parasitic behavior. It's over. It's over. You guys can catch this on your phone now. Hear what I'm saying? Learn how to develop plans. And if you're not going to be developing plans, I suggest black folks get together in your groups. Take one of these plans, outline this plan. Get together in a group, outline a plan, decide on what you guys are going to do. That will be your little small committee, and go after to do what it is that you want to do for your area where you are. I do have a larger plan. We're going to baby step you. We're going to baby step you. So what I want to hear about, and comment, like, subscribe, you know, don't like, hit the comment button. Hey, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Comment. Let me know. I know you guys are watching the show. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Right? Because in order for us to get out of this situation, we're going to do it together. I'm going to do it right along with you. I'm going to be right there in the trenches with you. Why? I have a son myself. I have a family. And yes, I could be selfish. I can do exactly what Boyce Watkins is doing right now. I can go right now, develop a plan for myself, for my family, put my head down. But I also know how to sell products to white people. The fact of the matter is, these people here, they're making money off of you because they are not going to go. They'll go out and they'll have speaking engagements and they'll speak to white people. But white people for sure are not going to buy any products from them. Because if they did, then, hey, they wouldn't be coming around taking your money now, would they? Rappers, entertainers, right? White people like to be entertained. So they like to hear the most vile music possible. So they want to hear the nigger killing niggas, you know, they want to hear that. So they'll go out to whatever local stadium is around. They'll put 60,000 people in one stadium and they'll be all in there chanting, nigga kill nigga. When a kill a nigga, and that's what they like to hear. So they paying for that type of music. The truth is, Dr. Boyce Watkins does not have anything to actually sell white people. Tommy Sotomayor, here's what he's selling to white people. Let me tell you how bad I can talk about a black person. Let me show you how these black people have not moved up from slavery, not one bit. Hey, white people, there's still some niggas out here. Let me show you. Tariq Nasheed figured out that over at, I believe it was Colgate University, they would not allow him to talk about interracial marriages or interracial relationships. And because of it, he realized, no, I can't do this. And so because I can't talk about interracial relationships and continue to get paid from white people, I'm going to sell something to black people because I have to do something to put food on my table. Listen, all of this is a direct result of white supremacy racism. I'm not telling you to trash the brothers. I'm not telling you not to love them. I'm not telling you to disrespect them. Here's what I am telling you. As long as they continue to push white supremacy racism, as long as they are not helping you toward liberty. Most people, most black folks don't know what liberty is, so I'm going to tell you. And just so that you can understand what liberty actually is, I'm going to actually pull it up here for you. Liberty, the state of being free within a society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authorities on one's way of life, behavior, or political views. These people have absolutely no plan for your liberty at all. Umar Johnson is not selling hope. He doesn't sell hope. Umar Johnson sells white supremacy. That's what Umar Johnson sells. White supremacy. Racism. That's what they are selling. That's what we have to understand. They're selling the system to get you involved and keep you going back into a system that does not give you freedom, liberty. They're not giving it to you because they don't have no plan for you to be that way. Boyce Watkins says, own your own business. Yeah, well, you go down, you take your money, you go register to the government. There's white people all over again. And then once you get your business started, you're going to supply white people with money, your money that you've been saving as an investment. You're going to give it back to white people because they are the ones who are supplying everything that you need in order to get your business up and running, including the products. So successfully, only thing you're doing is buying yourself off a job that white people don't want you on anyway. But we have a plan. We have a plan. And the first part of the plan is to end the parasite. They sell white supremacy at church. Farrakhan sells you white supremacy. Didn't have a plan. I just showed you what a plan looked like. Now, unless Farrakhan has an actual plan, if anyone, my email is right here in the subscription box. It's right there. So, in the description box, if he has a plan that looks like this, give me a knockoff plan, right? You don't even have to give me percentages, okay? Don't give me percentages. Just give me something that looks remotely like this. Then I'll say, you know what? Brother might be on to something. But he had a Million Man March once, not once, but twice, and all these other black folks said it would be a good thing. They didn't even have a plan to build a sandcastle in Washington, D.C. They had not one plan. Look at this. This plan here talks about the household income. And obviously, when they're talking about the household income, they're going to break it down, and then they're going to come up with a plan to increase the household income. This is how white people continue to make more money than we do at doing anything that they do. But then they turn around. These people will say, listen, we had black neighborhoods. Look at Tulsa, Oklahoma. Look at Tulsa. Right? They will tell you this. That's right. Look at Tulsa. Look at what those black folks were able to do. How were they able to do it? They had a plan. They had a plan. They were highly intelligent people. White folks left them alone. They built up their neighborhoods, went on about their way. Until some interactions with whites, but then we will have to start building those type of things in our plans as well, because we tend to have poor relationships with white people. This is the reason why we falter a lot. You know what? It's not all about white people. I agree there. It's not all about white people. This deal here is about black people. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about the descendants of these slaves, right? And as descendants, what we are doing is being parasitic toward each other. That's what we're doing. Hey, listen, Will Smith and Jada Smith, they had a school. I'm gonna break this down to you. Will and Jada Smith had a school. Deion Sanders had a school. All three of these people had way more money than Umar Johnson. And for some strange reason, they couldn't keep the school open. They couldn't. School's gone. Get up. Do research. The issue here is not the people that are attempting to do things like Umar. He's attempting to do something. The issue here is that how black people just like gave him money. Sure, I'll give you some money. Say no. When you see black people trying to sell you something, just say no. No matter how bad you think you need it. If you think you need some financial literacy, look it up. They have financial literacy courses, literally for free. There's financial literacy courses out there. You want to send your kid to an all-boys school? There are all-boys schools out there for African-American people. There are. Now, it may not be the one like what he was talking about, but until he puts it in a plan, don't give him a damn thing. If by now you've been in church and you've been there for 10 years and you ain't seen heaven yet, keep your money. Because God definitely doesn't need you to finance his church. God is God. Everything belongs to him, including the money. And he works in the hearts and minds of men. And so if he needs that church to have $1 million or $10 million or whatever building fund that he needs, God definitely will plan it on somebody else's heart to give him and give the pastor exactly what he needs. So don't fall in a trap. Let's put an end into these parasites in 2018, family. Here's what I want. Anyone that listens to this show, do me a favor, comment and tell me how you plan on putting an end to these parasites in 2018. Family, I think we've been over here for just over an hour. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, email me. Let me know what you think. Let me know what we can do. Let me know if you got a plan. Let me know what your plan is. We want to get the show going from 6 to 8 in the morning, from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. We want you guys to tune in so that we can continue to provide intelligent solutions for you. Family, I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow morning.